Aries, darling. No grand entrance needed. Saturday, the 13th of June. Mercury adds a communication nudge today, so read the message properly before your imagination puts on a costume. Let that guide the mood without turning the whole thing into a ceremony with biscuits. Your main focus is a conversation that needs action. Use your courage, but stay away from rushing the answer. That little habit has never once improved the furniture. In love or relationships, let someone finish their sentence before your eyebrows file a complaint. It will work better than emotional interpretive dance. Work and money favor one tidy step. Not a heroic speech. A step. By evening, one worry loses some of its teeth. Take the calm option. It is not glamorous, but it is useful. The mood can catch up later. Taurus, petal. Start simple. Saturday, the 13th of June. The moon sets the emotional weather today. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. It is Saturday, so the calendar is giving you room to breathe, unless you immediately fill it with nonsense. So the day already has a theme before your brain starts inventing extra ones. Today brings a plain but useful moment around something valuable that needs protecting. You may be tempted to make it more interesting. Please resist. Money and work need a neat follow-up. Avoid digging your heels in for decorative purposes. It has never once paid rent. Use your calm when you choose it and let that be enough. The day ends better when you choose the honest, manageable answer. One calm step will do. One more thing. Keep the day useful, not theatrical. Now then, Gemini, sweetheart. Saturday, the 13th of June. The moon and planets are giving a clear enough message. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Mars staying out of the evening spotlight is your cue to choose timing over force. It is Saturday, so the calendar is giving you room to breathe, unless you immediately fill it with nonsense. Take the hint from the calendar, then get on with the actual useful thing. The stars are pointing at information arriving in pieces, but they are not asking for a panic meeting with refreshments. Lean on your humor. That is the part of you that knows what it is doing. A person around you may surprise you by being useful. Try not to look too shocked. One small financial or work detail deserves proper attention. The end of the day is easier if you choose clarity over performance. Fold it properly. Cancer, lovely. Saturday, the 13th of June. It is Saturday, so the calendar is giving you room to breathe, unless you immediately fill it with nonsense. That is today's calendar wink, and yes, it counts. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Home, feelings, and one honest boundary needs your attention, but not your entire personality. That distinction matters. The best move is to use your loyalty and step around answering from old hurt. A message or conversation may clear a knot. Work, money, or routine improves when you stop decorating the problem. If the people side gets awkward, care without becoming the unpaid emotional help desk. This evening brings a cleaner line through the mess. The day does not need a dramatic soundtrack. One more thing. Keep the day useful, not theatrical. Listen, Leo, sunshine. Saturday, the 13th of June. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Saturn being hard to spot still points to boundaries and patience, the two things nobody thanks until later. Let it add meaning, not unnecessary jazz hands. Start with a chance to lead without pushing. That is where the day opens. If you feel pulled in 3 directions, choose the one that feels calmest, not the one wearing sequins. Use your presence. It is better than forcing the answer. Watch for making a small moment wear a cape. It is a habit, not a reliable advisor. A practical message or tiny adjustment may help. By evening, you will be glad you did not overreact early. Use it before your brain turns it into theater. One more thing. Keep the day useful, not theatrical. Right then, Virgo, love. Saturday, the 13th of June. The sky is nudging, not shouting. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Your day has a quieter center, and it sits around a plan that needs simplifying. Do not ignore it just because it is not throwing furniture. That gives the day a little flavor, and apparently we are all pretending to be organized about it. Someone may test your patience, but the real lesson is timing. Use your eye for detail in the moment, not 3 hours later in the shower argument. A practical choice saves you time and possibly one dramatic sigh. In love, let someone be imperfect without writing them a manual. It is cheaper than confusion. Close the day by doing one thing properly, not 12 things angrily. Keep your reaction cleaner. Libra, darling. Keep your ears open. Saturday, the 13th of June. Astrologically, the day is not being subtle. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Today is not asking for drama. It is asking you to notice balance, choice, and a conversation that needs honesty. Use that as your backdrop, not an excuse to act like the universe left you in charge of weather. Your best tool is your diplomacy. Use it gently, not like you are trying to open a tin with a trumpet. The trap is turning one choice into a committee with cushions. You know the one. It wears innocent shoes. A message, meeting, or small delay may help more than it first appears. Keep your pace human. You are allowed to pause before replying. Later, the day makes more sense than it did at the start. Scorpio, love. Let us do this properly. Saturday, the 13th of June. Mars staying out of the evening spotlight is your cue to choose timing over force. It is Saturday, so the calendar is giving you room to breathe, unless you immediately fill it with nonsense. It colors the day slightly, which is lovely, provided nobody starts making announcements with their chest. You may want certainty, but today gives you hints first. Annoying, yes. Still helpful. Someone close to the matter may be clumsy with their words. Catch the meaning, not just the packaging. Money or work asks for a clean answer. Do not leave the small print to fend for itself like an abandoned sandwich. Your energy improves when you stop rehearsing a problem that has not arrived. Do the next honest thing, then leave the imaginary sequel alone. One more thing. Keep the day useful, not theatrical. Right, Sagittarius, my lovely. Saturday, the 13th of June. Astrologically, the day is not being subtle. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Take the hint from the calendar, then get on with the actual useful thing. A small truth appears around a restless idea. It does not need a spotlight. It just needs you to stop walking past it. There may be a conversation that feels awkward before it feels helpful. Use your optimism. Avoid booking the adventure before checking the basics. That is the trick, honestly, and I resent how simple it sounds. Money and work are better handled with plain facts today. Love improves when you give people the simple version before the travel brochure. Revolutionary, I realize. Before bedtime, something should feel lighter. Do not over-decorate it. Okay, Capricorn, my lovely. Saturday, the 13th of June. It is Saturday, so the calendar is giving you room to breathe, unless you immediately fill it with nonsense. Let that guide the mood without turning the whole thing into a ceremony with biscuits. The sky is nudging, not shouting. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. The day has one clear instruction. Pay attention to a promise that needs realistic timing. No, not obsess. Pay attention. A small work or money choice should not be delayed for dramatic effect. Use your practical mind. It is already enough. Avoid carrying more than is yours, unless you are collecting unnecessary complications. By tonight, the pressure drops if you let the facts stay small. Less panic, more sense. Here we go, Aquarius, treasure. Saturday, the 13th of June. It is Saturday, so the calendar is giving you room to breathe, unless you immediately fill it with nonsense. Use that as your backdrop, not an excuse to act like the universe left you in charge of weather. There is a practical answer hiding inside a plan that needs independence and timing. Do not dress it up until it becomes unrecognizable. If someone offers help, accept the useful part without giving them a full interview under a bright lamp. Career and money favor the boring choice today. I know. Deeply offensive. In relationships, add subtitles to your feelings before everyone starts guessing wildly. It saves time and several unnecessary facial expressions. Your body would also appreciate not being powered entirely by tension. By tonight, the sensible path should look less dull and more like relief. Keep it human. Pisces, darling. A gentle warning and a useful nudge for Saturday, the 13th of June. The crescent moon favors small brave steps, which is annoying if you wanted a giant cinematic answer. Venus gives relationships and comfort a softer glow, though you still have to behave like someone who owns manners. Something becomes clearer around a private hope that wants a real step. Not everything. Enough. Take the hint from the calendar, then get on with the actual useful thing. The people side of the day needs patience and plain speech. Work or money wants fewer flourishes and more follow-through. Use your quiet wisdom and keep away from calling avoidance peace. Love works better when you be kind without leaving the front door open to nonsense. Funny how that keeps being true. Finish gently. You do not have to win the entire day. Simple, useful, and only mildly inconvenient.